Hello you fans, Madarans here, and welcome to a deck profile with Deskbot, the one I've been playing on my channel for a couple of weeks now, and it seems to be working best right now. It is not a tier 1 deck, so it's not going to be facing Necrons with very good efficiency, but it's still a contender for random OTKs that can come out of nowhere with minimal support and minimal setup, and it can be very vicious if you don't leave them checked, because they could just come out of nowhere. You won't suspect it. You get this out on the field and your opponent's going to have problems. If you're able to machine dupe with 2, that's going to cause your opponent loads of problems. If you're able to open it with Deskbot 3, you've got a perfect setup and you can have access to Trishula. So this deck has quite a lot of potential. It's not going to be a tier 1 deck, as I said. It may be a contender for tier 2 though. And yeah, we'll be getting further support in the future because this scale goes up to 9, up to 10, and that means there's going to be a possibility of a level 9 Deskbot. So we could have Deskbot 7, 8 and 9 in the future. We do have a boss monster which is Deskbot Jet, so a lot of options. So let's go into the deck. I'm running 666 as that's a great pendulum for it. I'm not going for the Magician pendulum build for this because it isn't as much consistency as this one, because Deskbot 2 can search out your pendulum scale very efficiently with the combo with Machine Dupe, as shown in the Deskbot OTK that I uploaded yesterday or earlier on today, depending on when this comes out. So yeah, Deskbot 6 is the one that can allow you to pendulum summon at scale 1, so you can summon out 2 to 9 if you have 9 in the future, but basically you can summon out 2 to 6 really at this point. And its effect when it's a monster is when it's normal, or if it's normal or special summoned, it does not miss timing. You can target one monster on the field and change battle position. It doesn't have to be a face up target, so you can change those face down monsters to face up, like I did in Effect Veiler, and it was really random. And it gains 500 attack points for each Deskbot and monster in your extra deck, so you can keep powering up your monsters by having those in there. But most likely you would only have 3 in there for that, so probably only going to get a 1500 boost. And yeah, triple Deskbot 5, because Deskbot 5 is one of the most brilliant ones out of all the set because of the fact it is an MST. If it's normal or special summoned, you can target one spell trap on the field and destroy it. You can destroy your own pendulum scales to gain their further effects, because they both have 2 effects when they're destroyed in the pendulum scale, which are, hopefully, if I can actually go down to it, you could, that didn't help. You can add, Deskbot 6 allows you to add a Deskbot from your graveyard to your hand, and Deskbot 5 allows you to special summon a Deskbot from your graveyard to the field. So MSTing these pendulum scales or wavering eyes isn't going to be a problem with you, and you'll be able to side wavering eyes in this deck, so that's very good. You can combo it very effectively. Yes, and next, one Decorous Dragon, because you can go into Black Rose or Black Rose Moonlight with this, because you would probably target number 3. If we had a good dragon that was level 6 and didn't require Earths, I could go into that, or I can't go into that one, but we can, if we get in the future a generic level 10 dragon, we will have access to it. So hopefully in the future. So yeah, that's why Decorous Dragon is in there. Triple Deskbot 4, because it's a really great card to just stand alone with. When it battles a monster, you can send a Deskbot from your deck to the graveyard, and it gains attack equal to the levels that monster has. So if you send Deskbot 6, it gains 3000 attack points. Your opponent takes no damage when you're using this effect, but you can beat over towers in the future. If we get a Deskbot 7, we can legitimately beat over Deskbot Tower or the Clifford Towers without any repercussions. And when it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can activate its effect to special summon 2 Deskbots from your hand or graveyard. So that gives you access to getting back that 2 to get more searches, get out your OTK, get out even further OTKs, MST, Book of Moon, just a lot of access. Well, Book of Moon, pseudo Book of Moon. So a lot of access there. Deskbot 4 is a very good card. Next, Deskbot 3. This is the card you want to open up with on turn 1, because it's literally gets you into everything. Deskbot 3 can special summon any Deskbot from your deck except itself to the field when it's normal or special summoned, which is very good. And during either player's turn, you can target one Deskbot monster. It gains 500 attack for each Deskbot card you currently control, including your Pendulum Scale. So a lot of access there. It's a key card for the OTK. So you can bring out Deskbot 2 and get a search, or you could bring out an MST, Pseudo Book of Moon, a big beatdown, or another big beatdown. And next, the main card, the main engine for the deck, Deskbot 2. This is the best Deskbot. Even better than the actual OTK purposes, this is the best one. If it's special summoned, which means it doesn't miss timing, you can add one Deskbot card from your deck to your hand. And all other machines gain 500 attack and defense except this card. So that's quite nice as a support, but it allows you to search out your Pendulum Scale efficiently, especially if you open it with machine duplication. You can search out a full Pendulum Scale and something else with it. So it's amazing. Shame it doesn't gain its effect on normal summon, but that would make it broken. Then 2 Max C, because we can't use Upstart because we don't want to give my opponent any plus from this. So we have to use Max C's instead. Max C's are proven alright. Not the best, but alright. And yeah, that's basically it. Everyone knows what Max C does. And yeah, 2 Deskbot 1s. 3 would clog, but 2 is great. You can get out 2 ways. One with Foolish Burial, then you special summon 2 your machine Deskbot, 2 your Deskbots or machine types at the same time, and then you get to special summon that from your graveyard, or you can 1-for-1 it out. So you have a lot of options. You can't Pendulum Summon it out since it's level 1, so that's a good way Konami stop that. Its effect is it gains 500 attack and defense for each machine type monster on the field, well, under your control. So that allows you to go into the OTK. If you have like a full row of Deskbots, that's increased its attack phenomenally, and then chain it with a Deskbot 3. I was able to do 8,000 attack with a clear board on my opponent's side of the field. So opening for a Regeki would literally kill them. And if you get the combo pieces together, it doesn't have much problem with actually getting the pieces together. It can lag at times. So yeah, Deskbot 1 is a nice card to have. Then 1-for-1, because to get out Deskbot 1. Regeki, because if you clear your opponent's board, that's always great. 1 Day of Peace, because sometimes you'll have a bad hand, and 1 Day of Peace can protect you from losing to an OTK, and then you can OTK back at them. 1 Soul Charge, because Soul Charge is at 1, but you would like to special summon out a lot of things. 2s will be the best one, because then you can search from your deck. And then triple Machine Duplication. I've seen people use Inferno Reckless Summon as well, but I don't like that card because your opponent has to have a monster on their field, so you can't gain several pluses from Deskbot 3 and Deskbot 2 on your first turn, whereas Machine Duplication you can, whereas Inferno Reckless Summon is a quick play. So there are considerations for both sides, but I prefer Machine Duplications and no Infernos. Then Foolish to get Deskbot 1 in the graveyard, Limiter Removal because it's in more or less every machine deck, and 2 Unite Withstand just to power up Deskbot 1, just keep it as a good beatdown. Then the traps, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, just a Bottomless Trap Hole. 3 Mirror Forces, need in the deck. Mirror Force is essential for this deck. If you open up bad, this can stall enough. And then Torrential Tribute, again, same reason. Vanish's Emptiness, again, same reason. Solemn Warning, again, same reason. And then 2 Powerful Rebirths, because you don't always want to summon those, but if you summon out your 1, and that gets MST'd, you won't lose your monster. So that's always good, and the best ones to bring out is 2, 3, and 1 anyway. So yeah, very good. And that's my main deck. And for the extra deck, I have Gachi Genetsu as a good defense for the deck. Zen Mains as another good defense. Excitement Castel, which is staple as a rank 4s. Wind Up Zen Moa. I haven't gone to a 6, but it's highly likely. I'd rather go into a 5 onto my field. Zen Moa is a good machine type that could help with Deskbot 1. Then the Synchros, Herald of Arclight, which is easily accessible. Sorry, I got something caught in my throat. Easily accessible with Deskbot 3. because you can normal summon Deskbot 3, special summon Deskbot 1, summon out your Herald, and then just pass, because then you've got a good solemn warning, solemn judgment that could just happen anytime. So yeah, very good card there. And then Haster as the alternative if you want to go into a more offensive play and equip to your opponent's monster, because that's a great card. Then level 5, Naturia Beast. Amazing in the Pendulum Zone, in the Pendulum era. This is going to be so broken. It probably may go in the Banlist event in the future. We don't know. Then Naturia Brachyon as another trap card. Since, well, you don't want to go against trap cards that much, so Brachyon can be very good support. Then Black Rose, because it's Black Rose, and Black Rose Moonlight, because it's basically Black Rose Moonlight. It is the better of the two actually, but you always need an old-fashioned Black Rose now and again. Then Scarlight, or as it's now called, Scarlight, to burn your opponent. And then Trishula, because it is very accessible in this deck, as I showed in Deskbot OTK on the second duel. I could have gone to Trishula, but I didn't want to, and I have brought out Trishula before. It is very easy to do. You can just summon out your Deskbot 3, have a Deskbot 1, that's 4 there, just summon out a Deskbot 5, Pendulum summon out, or something like that, and then you've got so many options to bring out. Trishula is amazing in this. And then 2 Deskbot Jets, probably to take out 1 Deskbot Jet for something else, probably put a Constellar Ptolemy 7 in instead, because I've not got into this yet, but it is the boss for the deck. It gains 500 attack in defense for each Deskbot card in the field, so it's basically Deskbot 1 in that respect. And then you can use the following effects from Deskbot Jet. You can target 1 Deskbot card you control and destroy it, and if you do, special summon a Deskbot monster from your deck, which is very nice. The second is you can target 1 Deskbot card. Okay, that's the same thing. The second effect is you can target 1 Deskbot card you control and 1 other face-up card in the field and destroy them. This sets towers out instantly because it's level 10. So a lot of options. And just notes for side deck, Wavering Eyes is a very good option because you can destroy your scale and gain a plus off it. I haven't tried it in the main deck yet, but I may do in the future. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile for Deskbots. I hope you get a chance to play this and enjoy this, because it's a very fun deck. It can break at times, but then again, all decks break at times. So yeah, thank you for watching. Leave your comments below if you've got suggestions for a deck or any suggestions for decks I should play on my channel, and I will gladly look through those. And please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and want to see further content. Thank you for watching. Matt Durant signing out.